Hey, what's up guys? I'm coming to you today with a board game mashup of X-Wing meets Zombicide. And I've combined both games and into something new, and we're gonna see if it works, if you like it, and how much fun it is, how playable it is, and it's kind of a melding of the rules of both games. And I think it's just for fun, but I'm gonna go through the rules that I've come up with, and we're gonna go through a playthrough. Alright, so this is the Zombicide board, and if you haven't played Zombicide before, it's a really cool game. It's a cooperative game where you play as a group of survivors, and the game engine itself will spawn zombies, and they will spawn at certain zombie spawning points like this one here. And the survivors will start in an area like this one here. And you have 3 actions per turn, and an action can be moving somewhere, it can be opening a door, flipping a door from open like that, or collecting an objective, like this little red X right there. And the ultimate goal is for the survivors to make it to the exit after having completed all objectives, or whatever the mission states. It's almost like a dungeon crawl in a lot of ways. But, you know, we're not using zombies this time. We're going to use TIE fighters. And we're not using survivors. Well, they are survivors. They're Luke and Wedge. Luke and Wedge did not die in the movies, so if I had used Biggs, I'd have a harder time, you know, pulling him as a survivor. So I'm running 2, and we're mixing the rules up a little bit. One of the things, if you are familiar with Zombicide, we are going to spawn. We're going to use the zombie cards to spawn zombies, and if I spawn a normal zombie, a walker, I'll use a TIE fighter. If I spawn a fatty, I'll use a slave. If I spawn a runner, I'm going to use an interceptor, and if I have to spawn a zombie dog, I'll use a phantom for that. And I have a couple of, I have some bombers and a TIE advance over here to be extra walkers if I run out. For a bigger game, I'm going to have to have somebody else come over and bring all of their TIEs as well, because I will not have enough minis, because Zombicide uses a ton of minis. One of the things you can do as an action is when you're inside a building, you can search. And you search the equipment deck of Zombicide. Well, Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing is not going to have much use for a shotgun. So what I've done is I've taken all of my upgrade cards and shuffled them together. And I have mine sleeved, so I won't be able to tell the back if it's a, you know, a droid or a torpedo. But some things are going to be bad, like B-Wing E2. Your upgrade gains the, you know, that's not going to be any good for me, because the rule I'm playing with is whatever you draw you can use, up to 1 of any type of thing. That may be a little fuzzy, that may be a little unbalanced, but I think it'll be more fun, and I'd rather err on the side of fun and then rebalance it later for the first playthrough. So whatever you draw you can use, but if you draw something that's Imperial only, then that counts as an Ah card, which has a little hand on it in the Zombicide game, which in other words means you go to search and you find a zombie. So if I draw an Imperial-only upgrade, that counts as a zombie. So if I draw Darth Vader, for example. But anything else I draw, I can keep it, as long as it's only 1. Like, I couldn't have 2 proton torpedoes. So if I had a proton torpedo and I drew an advanced proton torpedo, I'd have to choose which one to keep and discard the other one. Pilot abilities will go into play. Combat is going to be pretty much the same as it is in X-Wing, although we're not really going to focus on arc. We're going to focus on basically line of sight, like it does in Zombicide. However, we are going to use the range ruler, well, just for once, to demonstrate here that each square is essentially 1 range. Wait, this is 3, 4, 5. This is from the Tantive, or Tantive, however you pronounce it. But each one of these is essentially 1 range. So in the same square and the adjacent square will still count as range 1. The second square will be range 2, and the third square is at just the edge of range 3. So, see if Luke is here, and I line him up there. This does make it a decent way into that third square. So, 3 squares away is max range. We will give evade dice to the TIE fighters, but being that the TIE fighters are all being flown by zombie Imperials, they will only attack if they're in the same square as one of our X-Wings, as per the rules of Zombicide, which makes it a little bit easier for Luke and Wedge. So we're going to use the Zombicide zombie spawn cards. We're going to use the X-Wing equipment cards. We'll still populate rooms once the door has been kicked in. That's when we draw cards to populate that entire building. In this scenario, I've invented this scenario to keep it simple. I have just one objective, so Luke and Wedge have to fly into this building and collect the plans for the zombie Death Star, and then make their way out. There's only one way in, one way out, and make it to the exit, which is their hyperspace coordinates. Only allow them to get a route from the exit. And that's how it goes. I figured that for 2 ships, I did a slight playthrough and I got overwhelmed when I had 2 zombie spawn points. So 1 zombie spawn point per 2 ships seems about okay for this type of scenario, or for this, for this engine of using X-Wings versus TIE Fighters. But if you go any more than that, if you do two zombie spawn points versus 2 X-Wings, it gets pretty crowded in a hurry, because it can take 2 shots, or sometimes even 3 shots to shoot down 1 X-Wing, and you can get 2 X-Wings to spawn from a single spawn point. I'm sorry, 2 TIE Fighters to spawn from a single spawn point. So we're going to do a run through. I'm going to set this thing up, and I'm playing solo here, so if it goes well, then perhaps, get a team game going sometime soon. All right. So first turn there are no zombies on the board, which is good. Luke will be the first player, and then Wedge will go next. Luke is going to move forward 1. This is first action. His second action, he's going to let's kick in this door. Now there's 2 rooms here, so it's going to spawn two zombie spawn cards, and then we have 1 action remaining. First room we get 1 zombie. Second room we get 1 zombie dog. Alright. First zombie. Right there's a tie. Second zombie. Wait, no, that's a zombie dog. Well, that stinks. Alright. So we got a dog there, which is represented by our Phantom. And Luke has 1 more action. I think Luke is just going to take the range 1 shot here at this, through the door, at this TIE Fighter. Range 1 gives him 4 dice versus the TIE Fighter's 3. And Luke gets a crit and a hit. The TIE Fighter rolls 1 evades. He'll take a critical hit, which for him is a stunned pilot. After he overlaps, suffers 1 damage. Well, if he has to see, I had no idea how that's going to work because we're not using the dial. So I think when he moves into the same square as another X-Wing, that's going to count as an overlap, and he's going to suffer 1 damage. Wedge's turn. Wedge is going to move up, shoot in here, range 1. Wow, nothing. Okay, Wedge will shoot again, range 1. That's good. So that's a crit and 2 hits, and the TIE only gets 2 defense. Nothing. He's dead. And that's it for their actions. Alright, end of turn step. All zombies activate. Zombie dog, Phantom, gets 3 activations. So 1, 2, and he's going to attack. He will attack Wedge. And he gets 4, so 5 dice for a range 1 attack. Oh wow, he rolled only 1 hit and everything else blanks. Wedge is lucky. Wedge rolls nothing, so Wedge loses 1 shield. Way to get hit. Very first turn. Wow. Alright, now we will spawn new zombies. We only have 1 zombie spawn point, and we get 1 TIE Fighter right there. Alright, next turn, Luke went first, so Wedge will go first here. Wedge will take the range 1 shot against the uncloaked zombie dog. And he gets 2 crits and a hit. Uncloaked, he only gets 2 defense dice. Nothing. He's got 2 shields and 2, so he's going to lose 2 shields. I don't have shield tokens for him, but bad planning. 2 shields and then 1 crit. And that will be stunned. Wait, is that the same one? Yes. Stunned pilot. Oh no, blinded pilot. Oh, so he misses his next attack. Well, that's nice, but unfortunately that's not good enough. That's 1 action. His second action, he'll attack again. 2 hits. Actually, no, he was supposed to only roll one less dice. He's dead. Alright, so I screwed up. But that's okay. Forgot Wedge's ability. So we'll just say the dog is dead. Wedge got 2 kills. So his second action, he moves in. And in his third action, he's going to search. And let's see what we get. A homing missile for Wedge. Cool. That works. I don't know if I'll ever use that, because I don't want to spend an action for a target lock. But, you know what? Sure, why not? Alright. So he shot, moved, and searched. Wedge, well, that was Luke. Wedge's turn is done. Luke's turn. Luke's going to move, search, swarm tactics, which is really bad on Luke, because Wedge is... Alright, well, that's lovely. I'm assuming we can probably trade, right? You can trade in Zombicide. We could probably trade Wedge for swarm tac. But that doesn't matter. Pilot skill isn't going to matter in here because the survivors always go first. And Luke will, he will actually stay there because he's going to search one more time next turn before he leaves. So that's it. Next turn, zombies on the board activate. The TIE Fighter moves 1 ahead. We'll spawn more. And we got, ooh, still cool. We got nothing that turn. That was nice. All right. Next turn. Here we go. Luke is going first. Luke is going to search. He got a Rebel Captive Imperial only. That means zombie TIE Fighter. My purpley TIE Fighter spawns in the room. Luke is surprised. How was a TIE Fighter hunting under a desk? Take a range 1 shot. Gets 2 hits. The TIE Fighter will roll 3 dice. 1, so he takes 1 damage. And then Luke will take his second shot, also range 1 on the TIE Fighter. Hit and a crit. TIE Fighter will roll. Oh, evades them both. That is a nasty little zombie. Alright, Wedge, see, this is what I mean. This is why it's a little hard. Wedge will take a range 1 shot. 2 hits. TIE Fighter only gets 2 dice. Avoids 1 of them. He has a second damage now. Wedge has to take yet another attack. Oh, that's going to do it. Yeah. So 2 hits and a crit. Even though he rolled 2 evades, not good enough. The zombie is dead. Wedge has 1 more action, and he is going to search. Heavy laser cannon. Well, that's awesome for Wedge. That's really, really cool. Alright, he'll take, even though he couldn't ever normally equip that, this is why the game is fun. Okay. Wedge has a heavy laser cannon. Now, the really hard part is when I'm done trying to put all these cards back away. So that's the end of their turn. These zombies will activate. There's only 1. He will move here. We'll spawn another zombie, and it is a walker. Now I have the expansions here. I don't have special rules for berserker zombies or toxic zombies. Haven't played it enough to figure out a way to do that, and I don't really have enough models to really do that either. So I'm just treating all expansion content, with the exception of dogs, because I do have something for dogs, but just treating those as normal zombies. Alright, so we got 2 ties on the board. Wedge is going first. He'll search 1 more time and then head out. Princess Leia. Okay, she can ride with him. I don't think that's... I don't see us really doing any red maneuvers here. So 1 and 2. Or actually, 1 and 1, 2, 3. That's going to be range 3, but Wedge will use his heavy laser cannon on this guy for range 3. So 4 dice, and it's Wedge, so he'll lose. That's going to be great. So a crit and 2 hits. Wait, actually, heavy laser cannon. That's just going to be 3 hits. The tie only gets 2 dice because it's range 3 from Wedge, and that's secondary weapon, so he doesn't. And he'll still be alive. Alright, so he rolled 1 evade, so he's still alive. That completes our turn. Everybody else is going to move in, move up, move. We'll spawn new zombies, 1 new zombie. We have 1 more walker. It's pretty easy so far. And as far as these zombie cards go, we're staying in the blue. We're not going into the yellow or orange because these guys don't have XP. So That's another house rule I think you could probably do, is come up with something to do there. Alright, Luke is going to go first. He's going to search. He's got R5, K6. After spending your target lock, roll 1 defense die on a evade roll. Immediately reacquire target lock on the same ship. Okay. Well, that's possibly useful. Maybe. He'll come out. Here's 1 range 2. He searched, moved. He's got 1 more action. I think he'll take a shot at range 2. Wow, 2 hits and a crit. And that's going to kill him. Alright. Good, good, good. That's it for Luke. Now Wedge's turn. Wedge will go 1, 2, and 3. Alright, Wedge is ready to go in there and get that objective. Next turn, TIE Fighters move. 1, 2. We're going to spawn more zombies. 2 zombies. Alright. Wait, I have these guys flip-flopped. Alright. Wedge is going first. He's going to kick open this door. First thing we're going to do, that's one of his actions, is to populate all 3 rooms. Nothing there. A fatty, and nothing there. Well, the fatty is going to be a pain in the butt, because he spawns with 2, according to the rules, a fatty spawns with 2 zombies. So we've got Boba Fett with 2... Oh, I'm going to put 2 bombers on here with him. Oh, sorry, Wedge. No, I'm not going to do 2 bombers. Let me do 2 ties. I'll use bombers if I run out of ties. Alright. Wow. Wedge was not expecting that. Wedge has 2 actions left. He can take range 2 shots there. Well, he's got the heavy laser cannon, so that's not necessarily a bad idea. But that slave is going to take a long time to kill. Wedge is going to take a shot. Now, according to Zombicide rules, you can just fire into the square. And actually, we have to go with targeting priority. So I actually can't target the slave. I'm going to have to kill one of those ties first. So, heavy laser cannon. Let's go. It's 2 hits. And this guy is only going to get to roll 2 dice. 1 evade. So 1 hit on 1 guy. And we have 1 more attack with the heavy laser cannon. 3 hits versus 2 evades. 1 more damage. Wow, he's still alive. Okay, that stinks. And to Wedge's turn, Luke will move up 1. He's only going to move up 1. And he'll take a shot here at range 2. A hit and a crit. I should be focusing, but I don't want to focus. I'd rather take an extra attack. 3 dice. 3 evades. Wow. Luke's got 1 more. You know what Luke is going to do? Luke is going to get a target lock on this guy, being that he's got R5, K6. Luke is taking a target lock on this tie. Alright, end of turn. We're going to move. All these 3 guys move into the next room. This TIE fighter moves here. Oh, it's going to get pretty ugly pretty soon. This tie, let's move up. These 2 ties move up, and we got to spawn some stuff. Woo! Nothing. Still cool. We got lucky. No spawn. It's getting pretty hectic now. Wedge went first, so Luke is going to go first here. Luke is going to attack this guy at range 1. 4 dice, and I have a target lock. I will spend my target lock to reroll these 2 dice, and after spending it, I get to reacquire it, so that's nice. So I got 2 hits, rerolling. Oh, 4 hits. Well, reacquiring the target lock was dumb, because he can't, well, maybe he can't survive that. He's at full health. 4 hits, he's dead. Alright. So, one action for Luke. He's okay. We'll move up. We'll take another range 1 shot at this tie. Oh my goodness! 2 crits and 2 hits. We like that. Let's see what he rolls for defense. 2 evades, so he's going to get 2 crits. Let's get a direct hit. Damage sensor array. And a stunned pilot. Oh, well that's good. He'll die once he crashes into me next turn, because he's a stunned zombie pilot. So that's good. Alright. Wedge's turn. We have 2 on this guy, so let's take the range 1 shot on the TIE Fighter. Okay. 2 hits. And he gets 2 dice, 1 evade, he is dead. I'm going to take 1 more shot and then back out, because I don't want that slave bumping into me. Alright. 1 more shot at the TIE Fighter. Range 1. Oh wow, 2 crits and 1 hit. And he gets only 2 dice. Both evades. He is DED dead. And Wedge backs out. Alright, Luke. It's just Luke and Wedge against giant forces. Alright. These guys move. This guy had 1 hit left and he crashes and dies. These 2 will move. And Boba Fett moves out. Not Boba Fett. Boba Fett, because he's a fatty. Get it? Alright, that's terrible. And we're going to spawn more zombies. We've got another fatty. Oh wow. Alright, I'm going to pause because I have to put one together. I didn't pre-assemble enough minis. Alright, got my other bounty hunter over here with his 2 walkers, and we're ready to go. I think for right now we're going to both probably try and take this guy out. We're going to go 1 big huge volley and be prepared to run if we need to. Alright. For Luke is going first. So action number 1, Luke will take the range 1 shot. Oh, do I want to get a target lock? Action number 1, actually I'm going to get target lock on this guy. Action number 2, range 1 shot with a target lock. Glad I got that. I'll spend it. Let's see if I get to keep the target lock. I don't. It's gone. Well, that was a big freaking waste. So 2 hits versus his 2 evade. He loses 1 shield. Luke has 1 more action. Luke's taking another range 1 shot, just straight up. 1 hit. Wow, Luke, you are terrible. Nothing, so at least he loses another shield. Alright, Wedge. Alright, Wedge. Range 1 shot. 1, 2, 3 hits, and he only gets to roll 1 here. Nothing, so 2 shields and 1 damage. He's got 5 hull left, and we got 2 more range 1 attacks. Ooh, a crit and 2 hits. Definitely a critical coming out. Boom. Alright, alright. 1 hit, 2, 3, and a crit. Munitions failure. Lose a secondary weapon. Okay, 1 more hit will kill him. But we're going to have 2 ties flying into us next turn, which is not fun. Alright. Alright, good. That's going to definitely kill him because he only gets 1 die and he rolls 2 hits. Even though he evades it, that's enough damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not. I am mistaken. He is actually still alive. He's got 1 hull left. Oh boy. Alright. Activate all zombies on the map. I have 2 ties move into my square. Boba Fett moves into my square. The other bounty hunter moves up. And I get to spawn another zombie. Or another card, rather. Could be more than 1. 1 more walker. Okay, so another TIE Fighter. It's getting crazy. Alright, Wedge goes first. He's going to he actually can't shoot at Boba Fett because the rules, he's shooting in this zone. This is all ranged combat, isn't it? Actually, we really don't have any melee weapons or ranged, so I think I'm gonna go. We can't have him shoot Luke first every turn. That would be stupid. So we'll treat it as melee. He'll shoot Boba Fett first. If it's in the same zone, we'll treat it as melee. All right, we have a hit and a crit, and that will do it. He evades one, takes the crit. He's gone. Boom. We've got 2 more TIE fighters to worry about. Now we've got 2 more actions. We'll attack 1. Range 1. A hit and a crit. TIE fighter gets 2 versus Wedge. 1 evades, so we'll take a crit. Damage cockpit. Move is 0. That doesn't do anything for him. And then the last one. 2 hits. Evade, so 1 more damage. Alright, Luke. We gotta make sure we don't get attacked by these TIE fighters. Range 1. You got a crit and a hit, but this TIE fighter gets 3 dice. He rolls 1, and that'll kill him though. You won't evade. Alright. We got 1 TIE fighter left, and Luke's got 2 attacks left. 2 hits. TIE fighter rolls. 2 evades. Last action for Luke. 2 hits. Not gonna do it. We're gonna get shot at. Well, TIE fighter takes 2 hits. Alright. All zombies on the board activate. Boom, boom, boom. This guy shoots. He's gonna shoot Wedge. He gets 3 dice because he's range 1. He gets 1 hit. Wedge gets to roll. Wedge evades. Lucky. So you can't do that in Zombicide. You can't evade. Might have to change things up. Alright. This is getting hairy. Oh, we got a spawn. 2 walkers. Right there. 2 more. We need to get out of here because we're never gonna get. It costs 1 extra action to escape a zone with a zombie. I wonder if we should both just run. Then we'll get cornered in here when we go to get the objective. We need to have 1 person go. Wedge is going first. So Wedge is going to shoot. Range 1. 4 hits. That's beautiful. 1 evade, but that kills him. Well, that's very good. Wedge is going to... Okay, Wedge is going to shoot into the next zone. Try and take out those walkers. It's also range 1. We got a crit and 2 hits. That kills him. And Wedge will take a 3rd shot. A crit and 1 hit. That TIE fighter rolls that. Takes a crit. Damage sensor array. Okay. Not too bad. Not bad for Wedge. Luke is going after the objective. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wedge is going to stand alone against this onslaught. Zombies on the board activate. Boom, boom, boom. Roar, roar. And they spawn 1 more zombie. This would be impossible if I had an extra zombie. Oh my. Another fatty. Oh, well, I had 1 that died, so I can just put him back on. I don't have to put... I was going to have to put a lambda together because I'm out of slaves. Alright. Wow. This is getting really bad. Luke needs to hurry up. Alright, so Wedge went first this time, so Luke goes first this time. Moves forward, takes the objective, yay! And moves back. Wedge takes a shot at the already damaged TIE fighter. Gets 2 hits. TIE fighter will roll only 2. 2 evades. Wedge takes another shot at that same TIE fighter. 1 crit. 2 evades, wow. And a 3rd shot at that same TIE fighter. A crit and a hit. 1 evade, so the crit will go through. Injured pilot. Okay, so that guy's still alive. He's got 2 hits. That's unfortunate. Wedge has 1 shield left. So, alright, zombies on the board. Activate first. These 2 guys are going to shoot. Wedge, the TIE fighter, shoots 3 dice, gets 1 crit. Wedge will roll 1 evade. We got lucky there. The bounty hunter gets 4 dice. Oh, that's really bad. 3 hits and a crit. Wedge might be dead. 1 evade. He could be. So this one's gonna take off his last shield, and he gets a hit and a crit. And he's only got 3 hull. Minor hull breach. After executing a red maneuver. Well, we're not doing red maneuvers. Roll an attack die. And a hit, suffer damage. So Wedge is down to his last point of hull. Ouch. Okay, Wedge goes first this time. He's attacking the TIE fighter. There we go. 2 crits and a hit. The TIE fighter cannot possibly survive that because it's Wedge. Oh, I didn't move the rest of the guys forward and spawn. Sorry. And then spawn. Another fatty. So I do have to put a lambda together. Oh my goodness. Alright. Pausing for a second. Alright. I have a feeling Wedge is going to die. So Wedge has yet another tie to take out. He could spend... He's got 2 guys in the zone. He has 3 actions. He could spend all of his actions to run. But then they're just going to catch up to him next turn. I think he's got to shoot. Complete miss. Okay, action number 2. Complete miss. Action number 3. Oh, that's good. 3 hits and a crit. We can at least take out that TIE fighter. It would be alright. TIE fighter rolls. Wow. Okay, so a hit and a crit. 1 hit and structural damage. Reduce your agility by 1. Oh. Okay, great. And Luke gets to go. 1, 2. Let's run away. 3. Luke is going the opposite way. Now, Luke could have stayed and shot this TIE fighter. Luke's making a run for the exit because Wedge is going to be the guy to fall on his sword here. Alright. First things first, these guys are going to attack Wedge. Wait a second. I keep getting these guys flip-flopped. That's Wedge. Alright. 3 dice for range 1. He gets 1 hit. Wedge rolls an evade. Okay, now the bounty hunter. 3 dice. That's going to kill Wedge. That kills Wedge. Do. Oh, no. Alright, Wedge is dead. This TIE fighter is weakened. Now everybody else moves. Boom. Boom. And boom. Good news is Wedge held them off so Luke could get away. Luke is going to go 1, 2, 3. And we'll spawn. Oh, now we get nothing. That's lovely. Alright. Wait. That was their move. We spawned. Then Luke moved here, and now we activate. These guys are all going to go here. These guys are going to go here. These guys are going to go here. Actually, I think one of those guys might have split, but I don't have enough slave ones to split. Luke will go 1, 2, 3. This is the exit right here. Luke's only got to make it 1, 2, 3. He's only going to survive 1 more turn. So he's definitely going to be able to do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the faster way I'm going to go is to go here. And this guy will go here. And this guy will go here. And then we'll spawn. 1 more walker. I'll use a tie. And then Luke goes 1, 2, 3. Makes it to the exit with the objective. He's got the plans to the zombie Death Star. Luke survives, but at great cost. For Wedge Antilles has perished. And that is Zombicide X-Wing crossover. Let me know if you liked this, and you know, I can probably try and actually put a team game together if you think this is nice.